No time to plot from Sailor. Welcome to the Worldbuilding the Virtual Isle podcast. One of my players is probably gonna hate me for this because this will probably be the third time talk about it in some sort of recording this week. Yeah, a player's done the baffling thing, and once again, I'm going to not only talk about it but also explain my positioning. so, I believe I've done it to where for this week I've already done an Enfield recording. Forgot to place myself as offline on Steam. Whoops. Oh well. But yeah, I've already done an Enfield recording where I was not intending to bring it up. Actually, funny enough, in that I brought it up more because of the fact of things that didn't that you just kind of have to argue about, and to me, one of the major things that I really don't understand, a true need to feel like having on a character is counterspell. Like I the one that I fight the hardest to really make sure that somebody wants to deal with is counterspell because of the arms race that it does. So it's very, very easy to access. And yeah. So keep in mind, rank and file probably actually no. I will probably have this low tier as initiates, and the initiates are level 5s. I would say this is decently, and keep in mind, depending on where these 20 plus people are, I normally don't have counterspell be available. I normally just say okay, until a player is confirmed that it exists because they have it on their sheet, hi, it doesn't exist. Guess what happened with these 20 people? Since they're level 5, that means they have access to 3rd level spell slots. They have about 16. My normal rulings means, guess what? Rather than 1 or 2 castings of counterspell, they get 5. And so, since odds are for the initiates, they know that they might be fighting people at certain points, or be trained to be fighting normal things. Well, there's at least some indication that they might be getting stopped. Part of why I go and say they really don't want to unlock counterspell is the fact that those 20 plus people will be able to do that, and so it's basically okay, just never ever playing a caster again. Literally. You just might as well not even play a caster, and so the real big damage dealer that you're needing to deal with now is rogue. So basically everybody's making tanks and or rogues. Yeah, hi. Yeah, you get around counterspell. Yeah, you can do it, but you're probably not gonna have a healer. You're probably not gonna have a caster, and therefore it's probably not gonna be that fun because basically you either are doing PvE to where you're facing monsters in a dungeon, or you're just you basically need to go have some way to do good melee basically, and this this is kind of the fact that counterspell is somewhat easy to access, especially for enemy people. It is why I recommend it. Recommend against picking it so much, because freeze potion, right? It's okay, sure, you don't get the healing potion that you have otherwise wanted, and yeah, that's bad. But yeah, it's like, just simply because you don't get the healing punch doesn't mean you're going to necessarily lose. It just means that you don't have that HP. And so, like, yes, it means that you're more likely to fall, but doesn't necessarily, like, mean, oh, hey, you can't. And then as for Hypnotic Pattern, which is the third most problematic spell, is it really problematic to just take one level of wizard to go and get magic missile and just freaking fire 3 arrows at 3 magic missile bolts at that person? So it's like, hey, by the way, person doing the Hypnotic Pattern, make 3 Constitution saving throws. Odds are you're going to fail one of those 3, because they all those magic missiles will auto hit, and therefore, the more saves they have to roll, the more likely they are to fail at least one. So, hi. Okay, so now that we have the 20 initiatives, like, I don't know if this is actually correct, but I'm going to have it be, like, the adepts after. And so, these people, I would say probably, like, since they're adepts, they're level 10s. And basically. And so, since we have the initiatives being about 20 of them, or at least 20 of them, I'm going to say that for the adepts, we're going to be able to have 10 in this organization. Now, that's not to say that there's nothing else that's going on, but, like, yeah. The leader is probably going to be, like, yeah, probably a level 20, basically. And then officers, yeah, probably level 15, basically. Like, like, with this one, and, like, for reference about where I'm wanting this to be, I'm wanting this to be like, a Theron, one. So, like, to be fair, he's currently, like, fine. What level is he in with, like, for reference? Okay, so, for reference, this is, like, there, so I'm gonna say, like, I'm gonna actually say the officers are like, 11 to 19. Basically. Yeah. Because, like, there might be, like, a very, very low ranking officer that's, like, yeah, they could do things, but, like, they're not really that big, right? Right. And so, like, I'm probably gonna have, like, question marks on, like, the officers and the leaders. Because, like, the party, for reference, for right now, they're looking for Theron Yelve and Valorian. And I would try to pronounce that name, but good luck trying to pronounce ZZZ XAAX Swath, like THROTH. Like, how the frick does one pronounce that? That's somebody else I was searching for reference. And I don't, like, that one, and I will say, is somebody that would, quote unquote, be, like, more of, like, an officer slash adept person. But, they're not part of the cult. They're not part of the demon cult, for reference. And so, a couple of things that I kind of want to bring up, as well as, well, first off, actually, I wanted to bring up the counterspell thing to and show about the people. So it's like, I basically to kind of illustrate like why am I like out of every single spell that I soft ban, why is counterspell like the most close to a ban, I guess. Like this is quite literally it, because like the rest, right? Like, yeah, they're annoying, but like you can manage it, you can get around it. Like you're not like yes, you need to like have it in consideration and expect that the enemies are probably gonna have it, but like either A, you are either A, it's very easy to get around them, or B, like you're just actually doing it. Whereas like with counterspell, like you basically have to change up how you're designing characters and how you're, playing. Unless we just say like, yeah, no, we're not playing this world anymore. So like, yeah, hi. Keep in mind, if that is the case, they're going back to level 5. They're not being level 11. So hi. Yeah. That's the other part about why I'm like usually so against counterspell, because yeah, but anyway, actually I'm going to do that. So like, the major things that I feel like I need to come up with for is like the demon, and and then like the demon's promise / reward, or because let's be real, if you're being a part of like some demonic cult, like especially if you're trying to like summon the demon, odds are you're wanting to actually like like odds are with the demon, it's promising you something. Like if it's a powerful demon, like say Asmodeus, it's like you're trying to summon Asmodeus, and it's like Asmodeus might be like, hey, if you summon me, I will probably take over the world, and I might, I will let you, rule over an area. Depending on the demon as well, it's like, well, hey, if you like, summon me, that girl over there that you like really really love, I might make it. I might be able to make it to where like you're the only one she has eyes for, and she's willing to do anything and everything that you say. Like, that's usually how it is. Like, you go, like you release summon the demon to like the material plane or whatever, and then the demon will do some sort of like favor or something for you, or give you something. Because like, yeah, in theory, like if that's part of the contract, then yes, that they are required to do that as well. Keep that in mind. So yeah, I guess I should open up the sheet and take a look at what you might want. Okay, so with Darren, I don't have the thing that he would actually want. So he's definitely not the leader. He's definitely not the leader. That said, though, it does make sense that he would be following the leader and doing like what the leader ordered him to do. specifically and solely because the leader might either might have the item, and so it's like, okay, you try to steal it, okay, how about we make a deal? I want you to do these things for me, no questions asked, just do them, and if you achieve them and do them, I'll give you this item, no questions, no further statements, and just do like I have like maybe 5 tasks for you to do. You do all 5 tasks, I give you the item that you're desperately wanting back. Like, you have my word. If you want me to, if you don't believe me, I can sign a contract for you. You can get the police involved. Uh, Granted, depending on what I have you do, the police might go and arrest you for that same reason, or for things you did. But you would be able to get the contract force to where they are legally required to help you get that item back. They'll throw you in jail probably after, but you can get the item back by enforcing the contract law. Like I feel like that's probably why Darren actually is working with them. But that means that it doesn't make it any easier though, is the issue / problem. Cause like I don't like part of it was also the fact that like I was thinking like this was maybe like a vampire rave cult, but like I do kind of want I do kind of like the idea of having it be like a demon related thing, and so like it definitely as well makes a lot of sense about like why they would have like demon summoning books, basically, and like other like demon related books, and so like it is what it is because like Valorian is not really like a part of the cult. He's just trying to like research and figure out like what's going on. I'm not gonna say the reasons because I do like what I've done with him. I do feel like that's interesting, but yeah. I guess if I really wanted to, something that I might do to go and help it out is the fact that I could, since there is a suspect in criminal thing, I can add a subfolder that is demon cult basically. And part of the thing with it is kind of just like trying to find the leader. Like making out officers nonetheless. But like trying to make a leader effectively. Because I feel that like if I got the leader, I feel like it would be a lot easier at that point to find out the other things. So I'm going to just start rolling, basically. So, like I said, I usually like having several things. My roll tables are hidden. So, typically what I use is for roll tables is, at least for the ones that, like, matter. I usually like doing the background. I usually like rolling the background and rolling a one for the race, basically. So yeah. It is what it is though, and so basically, let's just get rolling. Whoops, /GR 1D78. Actually 77, because I think Yeah, like, yeah, I was right. The 78 was the custom lunars. So it's a Yuan-Ti, and it is a what? So it's a Yuan-Ti sailor. Okay, let me get that up and start doing it. Alright, so like I said, I normally, part of why I go and don't like the idea of somebody picking counterspell is the fact that, to me, this is where, this is how, like, a lot of them, like, become interesting, right? Like, I am pick basically anything, and then it's like, oh yeah, sailor. And so, like, with all of this, I can have it be made to where, like, I have this person, where it's like, they are very much a sailor, they, curse a lot. They enjoy sailing into new ports and making new friends, over ale. Uh, they, uh, they are committed to their crewmates, not to ideals, so this is probably not the leader! This is probably not the leader. In Harbor Town, they have Paramore whose eyes nearly stole them from the sea. Oh, yeah, maybe. And then they'll say anything to avoid it to do action. Okay, no. No, no, no. No. Like, maybe this is a conquering demon, and so, like, basically, this person kind of is working with them so that, like, them and their paramour is, spared. But, like, yeah. Hold on, let me get a name. Okay, so, like I said, uh, uh, like, is that person kind of like what I would be looking for? No. Are they interesting? Yes. Or at least they're a little bit more interesting than just like, I, you know, let's do, like, insert thing here, and it basically just exists. Because, yeah. Uh, if I have counterspell be allowed, or basically somebody picking counterspell to where, like, the enemies are free reign to do it. Basically, like, it means I should stop doing this, and, like, basically, all NPCs, like, you're going to get to where, like, a lot of people, like, if they start questioning, like, hey, why are all these NPCs are, like, all flat and boring? It's like, because I cannot make them NPCs using, like, player sheets anymore because somebody decided to pick counterspell. So, hi. Like, either A, basically all the people are going to have counterspell, or, oh, you have less interesting NPCs. Like, uh, I very much do not like having the, yeah, like, I very much do not like counterspell for that reason in particular. Because, like, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, to me, like, I don't know about you all, but, like, uh, the far better thing to me, okay, sorry about that, yeah, the far better thing to me is, you know, let's do, actually, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, wait, is it 8? So there's 4. Okay, so D10. Okay. But yeah, like, it's just kind of one of those things where it's like, uh, I, I just feel that it's so, much uh, I just very much, actually, I probably should have that be choose loose go to a random art. That way it's like, get high true thoughts and never shows anger, just plot revenge. Space. But yeah, I, mm, yeah, I don't think this person is it either. Uh, like, these people are interesting, sure, but I don't think that either one of them is I guess good, basically. At least not for not for the leader. Well, I guess not for the leader. Cause I there's uh like they could basically be doing things effectively, but uh like really all these people just, I don't know, to me they just don't jump out as uh people that are doing like that are wanting to summon a demon, basically. I don't even know what thing would be trying to summon a demon, but I know what it would be when I see it. Effectively. Uh, and I just, I don't know. Whoops. I meant to do 1d59, not 59, because I was obviously going to just. Okay, so real question is it the gnome? Is it that they are being gnomed? No freaking clue yet. Because I would have an idea for which demon it is if I knew what it is that everybody is wanting, right? I assume it's a conquering demon, and it's just a matter about where it is. For reference as well, something else I would do is I'll probably roll a D13 basically for reference on why it's a D13. It's yeah, there's 12 default ones. I ignore tactician, and so basically it's okay, I would roll a D12, but that means basically either A, there's no artificer or no wizard possibility. So yeah, in theory you could get the idea that there's something that is not either, basically. You can make the case that they're both similar enough to where you don't need another one, but yeah. Oh, great. I'm oh, there it goes. There it goes. I was going to be okay, maybe I need to refresh, basically. For reference, I'm also only getting the personalities. So for this gnome, it's sometimes it's a voice to the Wizards of the Rock, which I hear nobody else. And then I put knowledge of timing, narrating the energies. Am I separating great distill? Oh, okay, fair enough. So this is 5. The time you go, your guardian's sentence is at hand. I tend to have a prominent place in the New World Order. Okay, fair enough. We're grateful to the reclaimer family flying based on search moments from death. And can't help but pocket trinket or coin, no matter how worthless. Okay, I think we got it. I think we got our villain. And so again, this is one that's wanting to conquer for the money, basically. So okay. Wait, no, okay, I'm just gonna use this one because actually I did just to kind of keep it consistent for reference. Because like I was supposed to have used this one previously and I didn't. So yeah. Okay, so the leader is named Numba what? Numa Benrin. Okay. So yeah, this is what it is. So the demon is basically like a ruling, like the demon promises a ruling area. Will help conquer partly for coin. Like that's the major reason why they're wanting to, like, hunt, basically. Part of why they're going and very much desiring this demon and is the fact that, like, they actually care. So, like, obviously they're not going to go for Mammon. Because, like, the thing that is interesting about Mammon, and, like, that demon in particular from the Nine Hells, he actually does not care about souls. So, like, if you get down to, like, the 3rd floor of the Nine Hells, or the 3rd layer of the Nine Hells, rather, you actually can start getting money for a demon, or get a demon's help, while still retaining your soul. It might be costly. It might be, like, tons of gold, tons of plat, but you keep your soul, basically. A lot of other demon contracts are likely to have, like, clauses to where, like, hey, by the way, yeah, well, I would do this, but after that, I get your soul. So, hi. And for reference, no, they are not going to know Counterspell, technically. Because, yeah. Well, you can't pay, you can't, like, do a demon contract to, like, have it exist. Right. Something else something I will say that, like, I also hope that they don't do is if they do kind of find wish slash, are capable to do a genie thing, I really, really hope that they don't wish for the ability to counter spells. Basically. Because, like, for reference, then that means that a counterspell is in existence. Like, yeah, hi. But it is what it is. I think I'm gonna have to look up the demons in the Nine Hells. Oh, so, whoops. I guess just look up Nine Hells then. I think it tells me about like how the Nine Hells are. Yeah, or can look up Asmodeus, basically. Like, I don't think that would be Asmodeus, though. Because, like, the major issue about, like, Asmodeus, basically, like, like, it is basically, like, the reason why Asmodeus actually is, like, so powerful, basically, or rather, like, Asmodeus kind of doesn't want out of the Nine Hells. He more wants to, like, rule it, if I recall correctly. So, like, I don't think it'll be him. I need to, Zariel from Avernus might be there, but, like, yeah. I don't know about that one. Dis. Maybe. Actually, I have things for the Night Hells already. Think. Yeah, I do. Okay. I don't think this helps. I do not think this helps. Basically. I think I needed to have gone with Wretched a bit more and have more fleshed out the Nine Hells. Apparently. Because we didn't. Like, yeah. Whoops, I went to Dis. So, Dispater is... Actually, I should look it through like this. So Zariel supplanted Bell out of Ode of Favor for service. Laser. That tells me absolutely nothing about how she is. Dispater, the second layer person, and Manipulator and Deceiver. Er, er, yeah. No. I don't think so. Oh. Wait, strike and deals. I don't know if he would come up there. Minotauros with Mammon, like I said, it would be like for like it would be like for the control basically, or for money. Eh. Oh, but the fourth layer is the one with the twin archdevils, or the two archdevils, basically. Like it's literally just like Bial and then his daughter, basically. So yeah. Uh, uh, Levitus, basically. Uh, um. Oh wait. Oh. Uh. Hmm. Oh yeah. Right. Uh. He's like Levitus is imprisoned and also ruling the lair, basically. Uh. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe on that one. My Mojo I know would be like Glacia, who's like cruel and wicked, basically. Melatomi, so Beelzebub, yeah, tall, compound eyes, fly like, basically. A deal made with him to lead Calamity. Yeah. Canada with Mustafili, A's plus C's, conquer all of the planets. Okay. So, basically, some of the ones that kind of jump out to me, for those that, like, yeah, the ones that jump out to me as, like, ones that seem like he might actually be willing to deal with. It's like, right, Mephistophelies, basically, maybe, Levitus, basically, um, like, I don't know about Beelzebub or Beelzebub. Maybe on him as well. Glacia doesn't really jump out to me as somebody that would do it. Like, well, actually, maybe Glacia does it. Like, yeah, maybe. Uh, um, I'll put this Peter towards the top as well. So I guess part of this also brings up a good question. Like, one, can the Demon Lords themselves be summoned? Because, like, if they can, then it's like, what sort of thing keeps them in the Nine Hells? Because, like, is it that, like, they have to be, like, directly summoned, right? Like, do they have to be, like, summoned to the material plane in order to exist there? Like, they can't plane shift out or something? Like, what? Like, I guess that's the big, important $1 million style question. Because, like, I could. Like, it's effectively my world, right? So, like, for the players, I am their eyes and ears, effectively. I control what things they can interact with, but they control what they decide to interact with. and they control basically like how they proceed effectively. Such as like last session, I gave them a slight red herring for the demon cult. They then ignored it and got distracted by a magic item store. Or basically. So yeah, it is what it is, basically. Like, one player just did things effectively. So, yeah, it was a thing. It was definitely a thing. And yeah. So, basically, the, slight red herring, why I call it a slight red herring, is the thing that I gave them to interact with. They, like, it was something related to this, yes. But, like, it wasn't the cult itself. Like, it was this party, basically, or vampire rave. And they could have went to the vampire rave. They decided not to. Had I gone to the vampire rave, they would have said, "Oh yeah, no, we're gonna go party in the church next door, in the next town over, or like after tonight." We usually try to just like keep moving. We usually try not to party like in the same place every night. Kind of don't want to go and get punished for noise disturbance, so we try to move around as much as possible. Hi, yeah, like they're probably packing it up after that night, basically, and then just like ending off to the next place. Is basically. So, yeah, that's the thing. But like, this is also the other thing that is like kind of annoying / questioning for like a demon, because it's like, what is a powerful enough demon that can't be like, found in the material plane, that almost basically like they need to be summoned effectively? So yeah, it is what it is, basically, with this case. I will say that Valorian might be like their saving grace, technically, because like if they continue to just like ignore it, like, I will say eventually they will have the plots will be advanced enough to where like MA will interject, and Valorian should have enough information to have MA interject at that point, and he should be able to stop the cult nonetheless. Because like Valorian wants to stop the cult, yes, but he wants to stop it for a different reason, and he wants to like, that's why he's like not really a part of the cult. But like why he's with the cult and kind of like everything else related to him, I'm just gonna leave as is. Basically. Um. So wait. Actually, I think it makes sense for it to not be a demon lord. So here's why I say it. That makes sense to not have it be a demon lord. So I will say that the higher ranking demons are not allowed like out of the 9 hells, basically. So like basically the ones listed here are all like archdukes/duchesses, basically. So, like, I would say that it might be like a duke or a duchess, basically. Actually, wait, is it the same case? Yeah, no, he's considered an archdevil. Wait, no, yeah, archdevil. So yeah, like one of these is. So like, I would say that in order to leave the nine hells, you basically have to be like a greater devil or less, basically. So like, I you can have the imps leave the nine hells. You have spine devils leave the nine hells. Like all the way down to like from like 1 to 7. I would say you could probably just like have them leave the nine hells on like missions, basically. Especially if you just like throw them out of hell, like it's fine. But I say that probably like 8 to 11 are trapped in the nine hells until they're like summoned or something. Um. So like, I uh maybe it's not actually like a demon, and so it's a lead demon, basically. Uh, and so like I I uh maybe it's like not a demon, but demons to be summoned. Because like I maybe they need to go and make the army of maybe this cultists need to make the army in order to like appease whoever it is. Like maybe it's Mephistopheles. But actually, so out of all of these, I would say probably Colossia would not leave it to other people, or at least not be like willing to do it. Levitus probably would, but I don't think it can communicate. I don't think that you could really contact Levitus. Is so I guess the question would be like, is there like an imp or something from like Mephistopheles, Despater, or Beelzebub that went to like Numba Baron and then whispered in Numa Baron's ear, saying, "Hey, get all these demons summoned, or if you decide to summon all of these demons, we may be able to conquer something. And if we conquer something, well, let's just say you can probably like rule over that area. Let us know if there's like anything else that is like needed, and we might just we might just be able to kind of work those things in to help you achieve your promises to some of these other people that might be willing to even, let's just say, sacrifice themselves to go and get these things summoned. Like, you gonna help us get these things here to your world, and we go and start conquering for you. How about that? And um, we'll conquer an area, let you rule it. After that, since we're letting you rule that area, we suspect that, like, and hope that you just casually keep summoning whenever we tell you to, as we rule over wherever wherever or further beyond whatever you say, or whatever we said for you to just rule over. How that's fine with you, right? Like, we can work out some other deals and stuff. Like, uh, to me, that almost, like, with that. Actually, yeah, with that, I don't think it would be Beelzebub. Because he's not, like, manipulative. He's not plotting. Like, Necessus with Asmodeus. Like, there's reasons for it. Basically. So, yeah. Like, Asmodeus is definitely a very interesting one. Oh, right, I forgot about that about Mephistopheles. I forgot that he rarely gives his time to any creatures not worthy of his personal attention. And, so, yeah. I feel like the plot would kind of fit Mephistopheles. I feel like it might also fit Despater. But, like, what is Despater deck doing again? So, yeah. Well, I guess that since it's a conquering one, I would assume that actually since the whole thing about it was conquering, I would say probably the lead one would be Mephistopheles. Okay. And how powerful is a pit demon? As our pit fiend. And because, like, I honestly do not know. I really do not know. I do not remember a pit fiend, basically, at this point. So, yeah. Okay, yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense as well. So, yeah, with, 8, basically, him having, like, pit fiends, basically, as well. Like, it makes sense. It's a CR20, large fiend. Any creature hostile starts its turn within 20 feet must make it with DC 12 wisdom saving throw. Since incapacitated. It has 300 HP, so it's likely to conquer, basically. Okay? Especially if you get, like, several of them. Like, if you get 2 to 3, they can easily conquer, like, a town and stuff. Especially if MA is not around. Because for reference, MA might be able to do that in one round. Not gonna lie, he might. So, yeah. at least consider the fact that, like, from what I know, is like, since we normally double the dice rolled, basically, or double the result of the dice rolled, for crits. And they could easily have a crit thing, and he can quite easily do, like 140 damage. I think. I forget whether that was the average or if that was like the lowest possible thing. But I know that he could go higher than 140. And by the way, the 140 is not even factoring in his like, like that 140 is not even factoring in the amount that he would have for like his actual like damage modifier. That is literally just what he rolls. So yeah. And he still is probably likely to pass that. So yeah. And they're not. Wow. Okay. So, but yeah. Oh wow, 4 attacks. Yeah, no, these will likely tear through several other ones. And so yeah. Uh. Uh. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I'll say that's what it is. So, they're ideally trying to summon some pit fiends. Probably at the orders of Mephistopheles. They're probably trying to summon a bunch of pit fiends, and like the major idea is the fact that they're wanting that they're doing a rilling area, and basically like I part of why they're doing it is the fact that they want to. Well, they ideally want to roll over that area, but they also want to kind of like just have a bit more money. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I feel like I could come up with a better demonic thing than just like the demon cult, but like, it is what it is. Like, this is probably like a basic version of like the cult. Like we have one person that are currently like on the trail of. There's 2 more basically. Well, at least 2 more that are like also reporting to like the big boss of the demon. Of this cult. But yeah, it is what it is. So yeah. It it is what it is. But like, yeah. I don't know about how many actual adepts and actual initiates they are. But like, yeah. If like any of them are casters, right? Because like, Theron is also a caster. So like, at a certain point, like yeah, if he's able to get away after they meet him, and one of them has counterspell, like Darren is easily going to get a counterspell. Like, oh, no question he is. Because, like, his whole thing is that he's trying to take down people. So, things that are likely to have spells. And so he's thinking and expecting and knowing that he's going to be getting to where, like, that's going to be useful in basically every fight. So that's why he's going to pick it. Base or well, I guess that's why he would pick it. Because technically he's not going to pick it yet. Because as currently in this world, counterspell does not exist. So, yeah. But that said, like, you really, like, at that point, like, part of why I soft ban counterspell is literally, as you can see here, like, if you fought them on their turf, which is what you're likely to have to do if you want to, stop said cult, you have to either not care about casting spells, so you're basically not a caster person, or B, you have to, if counterspell, if they're likely to have counterspell, you basically better be trying to have as many people cast counterspell as possible, just so that your spellcasters are likely to be able to get off those spells. Because if they don't, there's like 20 people or so that are likely to basically use almost every single spell slot just to shut down your casters. So it's like, okay, well, so the only thing I could do is literally just cast counterspell. Like, that's my only use in this entire fight, just casting counterspell. And they're only casting cantrips. So I am not even. So I'm wasting my spell slots just to, do anything. And whenever I do cast counterspell, they just either A, let it dispel just let it counter the cantrip, or, I just, I get my own counterspelled, basically, and can't use counterspell even? Like, yeah. Like I said, it's just like, counterspell is like the most unfun arms race. Is basically. And like, I feel like that if anything was like more generally applicable from like this, it's the fact of like counterspell basically, because like for me, I often make spells. I make spell lists for the NPCs and stuff off of what is their goal, right? Like, if they're more trying to summon a demon, so they're likely to expect people to try to stop them, odds are they're going to have more of a PvP style and focus spell list. So they're likely to have, so they would be more likely to have, like, freeze potion, hypnotic spell, hypnotic pattern, and maybe fireball. But definitely counterspell if all four of those spells exist. Currently they would only be like, yeah, sure, maybe pick fireball, but to be fair, like, there's also reasons to not pick fireball. So, like, maybe they don't have fireball. Like, I do kind of agree that fireball is overrated, but honestly, I'll be real, that, like, those that say, like, counterspell is, like, great and is amazing, I feel like they're just overrating it, in all honesty, because it's not that great, it's not that fun. Like, sure, it's fun, well, sure, it's, like, cool in principle, but, like, not really. It just kind of means that, like, as well, maybe one of these people that actually is against them just says, "Oh, hey, there's the magic dealer that's like trying to actually like identify it." Okay. Very as soon as the spell goes off, they get they just counterspell it, or right as soon as the person's about to finish up the identify, they just counterspell it. So it's like, you what? You trying to go and sell me a non-magical sword? Because like identify, I would tell. Oh, it's like it wouldn't really come up with any sort of information if it's non-magical. So yeah, hi, just like a lot more situations where it's just like it's annoying, harmful, or just unfun than like that, especially if your whole goal was, just survival, which Fireball usually helps more with because it's 8d6 and yeah. Currently none of those officers are likely to be, resistant to fire. The adepts and the initiatives are probably also not going to be that close to being resistant to fire, so it's literally just like 8d6 that's unpeated. Like, yeah, like fireball, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, I definitely do say, if you have your pick of fireball or counterspell, like definitely for a survival type thing or a survival focused person, fireball is kind of better because forest fire. Let's go and just like cook all the food. Like cool. Why not? Why care? Who cares about the forest fire? And then like yeah, usually if you can take down like fireball is likely to take down those initiates. So hi, like if you get all those initiates in a cluster, it's like you might actually take out like I don't know, like 8 of them. And hey, guess what? That's 8 less people casting spells that might actually take you down. Like, it is what it is. I do like the idea of this call. Definitely a little bit more interesting. Sorry for the focus on the Sorry for the focus on the counter spell thing, because like literally I had that happen like yesterday. So like yeah. I will definitely be real that I thought that would be like a lot more forgetful about it than what I have been, but like yeah. Yeah. Hopefully when I do and feel like probably right after this that like I'm not as I guess somewhat frustrated about the fact that it's like, oh, this character, in order to survive, must have counterspell. Because, yes, that's literally something that somebody said to me. And I'm like, okay, so literally all the other characters have not tried to survive. Like, you're actually saying that. When my normal opinion and impression of the character is, yeah, they're trying to survive. Yeah, they're trying to survive unless you otherwise state that they're not. Or, their spell list is more for, like, this other thing rather than general survival things. Like, yeah. I I don't get that person's logic at all, but like it is what it is. So if you want to see me yeah about whatever that I hopefully I'm not arguing or ranting about somebody trying to pick fireball in. Sorry, counterspell, not fireball. Fireball, I have no issue with. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm not ranting about the counterspell person. But yeah, it is what it is. Uh, I I should be live at several points during the week on Twitch at Gordon_fan42. Uh, Also, there should be a Discord under the link of the main control room. Also on YouTube at Gordon Fan, at all one word. You should find in the description, or you should be able to find this podcast if you have actually not been watching it on YouTube, which probably where I'm mainly uploading it. But yeah, there should also be a Discord link in that description. And you should be able to view the schedule if you want to see me yap about whatever on Twitch. Or you can just go and ping me in my own Discord and say hey, I want to talk about this thing. Or I want to do insert other thing here, and probably I'll be fine with it for a good majority of stuff. But hopefully you learned something. Probably at this point it would be just yeah, hi, here's the problems of counterspell and how it makes such a easy arms race to basically let's have as many counterspells as possible, or have it be that basically we cannot pick spellcasters. So we are basically locked out of half the classes, or now half of the if we are picking half the one of those half of the classes, now we need to find a way to get counterspell basically, and yeah, fun, totally right. It's totally not just this unfun arms race, right? Yeah. But in all seriousness, hopefully it kind of helped you learn about plotting, at least with demon cults. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it nonetheless, and I will ultimately see everyone when I next see you all.